We were right. We were right then. We were right then. We were right then. Then. We've been right every single time. And number one, they never come back and be like, you were right. Y'all that felt this way were actually right. You know, going forward, we're gonna listen to you guys. That's what I would like to hear. But of course, no. They're not gonna say that. They're gonna say what they're gonna say. What did they say around COVID or after it? It's time for amnesty. I saw that. I lost it. I saw that on Facebook one day. I'm like, no, you're not getting no amnesty. Heck no. Like, oh, well, we all did some crazy things during that time. No, we didn't. No, we did not. No, we did not. Hold the bus. We didn't do nothing. Y'all did some crazy stuff. Yeah, I say it all the time. We were like one step away from being in concentration camps. Like, had they, I mean, some people were ready already. They were already calling and snitching on you. We were probably a month away from people calling on their phone saying, I see this man outside with no mask, so that they can come get you and put you in the gulag. Like, we was not far from there. Tell me, we were not far from there at all. Do y'all apologize? Like, we were right. The ones who are always right were right again. The ones you call conspiracy theorists, we were right again. And did they ever come back and be like, all right, we apologize. Y'all was right. Nope. Next thing happened. They doing it again. Y'all crazy. Y'all conspiracy theorists. Y'all this. Y'all. And we like, bruh, like, how many times we got to keep fighting this battle with our own people? And the thing is, we're not against you. We're not against you. You seem to be against us, but we're not against you. We want this country to come together and be a country where these few thousand leaders that are in Congress and senators and mayors and government, these few people like that, we can take over this country. It's not even taken over. It's ours now. It's our country now. We have the power now. We have the voting power now. We have the right now. It doesn't say to the Congress and government and run this country. It says we the people. We the people. We are the people. So if we're the people, then of course we should be able to govern ourselves. Candace, if you're watching this, and I know you probably are not with so many things to watch, the way you need to be protected, I seriously don't think a man or men can protect you the way you need to be protected. You need to be protected by God. You need God to dispatch an angel over you. And that's my prayer, that God dispatches an angel to just watch over you, because you are in dangerous territory for real. And it has become no more evident than what we're going to talk about in this video today. It's crazy. When I start seeing the amount of people that are backstabbing her, that are saying stupid stuff, like what? People that, not just anybody, not like y'all forgive me because I'm getting a cold, but not like Ben Shapiro saying something about Candace. No. It's more like Bahala VFT saying things. Malik's tones. Shout out to Colin. Just all these people that are attacking her who are normally for finding out the truth. I mean, I unsubscribed from PBD the first day he did that whole video on her, when he had the other guy that was saying that he was on the board and yeah, that I unsubscribed that day. And I won't give people the watches that I see stuff in review channels and stuff like that, but it is like the way they are attacking her. We have never ever seen anything like this, in my opinion. Not in my lifetime. We have never seen this. We have never seen this. I always say that things change now because, well, it's what I used to say, that there wasn't a lot of like coordinated pew pews on people like they are now. You know what I mean? But back and for most of my life, I'm in my upper 40s. For most of my life, I didn't see that. I didn't see that. I mean, Ronald Reagan, other than the things that are going on now with the Trump pew pew and clipped his ear, and the now this with Charlie Kirk. But before this, I was just like, what? Like this wasn't what really would happen. What would normally happen is they would basically they'll attack your character. They will attack your character, and they would demean you and publicly try to embarrass you so that everybody would just be like, oh, this guy is trash. And then you're like, da-da. Normally it would be some type of grape case for men, like, oh, he did this, he did that to this young woman and blah, blah, blah. And everybody immediately gonna be like, oh, and they clutch their pearls and never want to deal with you no more. That's the normal thing that they do. Like, it was a grape. It was this. It was an attack on the wall. That turns everybody against you, right? But now, it seems like that didn't work on Trump. Like, they tried it. They did try it. They tried it on Brett Kavanaugh. They tried that on a lot of people, but it didn't work. And when it stopped working, it's like, okay, go back to that old play they used to do. They blew out that playbook, like, dust just blew everywhere. Like, okay, let's go back. What did we do in 1963 when we had a problem? That's what we are. So they did that to Charlie. They tried to do it to Trump. They did that to Charlie. And I mean, allegedly, because I hate to say it, I don't see no proof. Same with the Trump one. I mean, he went down, came up, liquid on his face, red liquid on his face, and like, okay, but did that really happen? How can you be 1,000% sure? There's no way you can be 1,000% sure of that is what happened. And I mean, I've seen magic shows before. I've seen magic shows that were way harder to pull off. Like, it's the go down, come up. Oh, fight. You know what I mean? And hey, I voted for him, but I'm just saying. So I don't know, but now this one here, now we're talking about the microphone. Could have been a thing, and could have I seen some good information on that from what's his name, Barron. But it's like, dang, I don't know really what happened, but I know something happened, and I know what they said happened. I can't. I know. I was about to say I can't say I know. I guess I know, but I don't know. No, or like I don't know, but I know. No, like Candace would say. But yeah, I don't know, but I know that the story that they told us doesn't make any sense. That's what I do know. So if it don't make sense to me, I have always all my life. If it didn't make sense, I didn't believe it. It has. I feel like God, and I don't care if you believe in God or you don't believe in God or whatever. I don't care if you call it the universe, God, Jesus, Allah, Buddha, whatever God you believe in. I feel that God lets things they in the 70s, not that I was around, but in the 70s they say let things jive with you. I think God lets things jive with you. It connects with you when it is truth. Like it and nowadays we say resonate. If it doesn't resonate with you, like I don't even know how you live, how you walk around, how you go to work, how you deal with your spouse. How do you do anything if you don't know how to recognize when something resonates and when it doesn't? Because it's like, what? You just walking around here like a NPC for real? Like, it ain't no way. that you don't know when things don't jive, don't make sense, don't add up. Like what? Like you never say what? Like what? Man, I'm trying to tell y'all. You have to listen to God. Listen to your inner voice, listen to your gut, listen to your mind, and let that be your leader. When I think when you get away from that being your leader, it stops being your leader, and then you're all automatically in this place that you don't want to be in, which is that basically you have to rely on and lean on and depend on someone else leading you. So like if I used to come home and watch PBD every single day. And I'm gonna get to the video. I'm sorry I'm ranting a little bit. You can fast forward through this if it's boring you. I'm gonna get to the other part. But I used to come home from work and watch PBD pretty much every day for about 2 years. Watch his stuff religiously. The day he flipped on Candace and said this whole thing, and they were all like in lockstep. Like I'm like, what? Even Vinny, the angry patriot, was even like, the FBI has already solved it. Like what? Like, bro, what are we doing? When did we start believing them? Vinny. That was just like the epitome. I was just like, oh my God. And PBD, what did she's not invited? She not like that. I was like, y'all are so fake. Y'all are so fake. They were just ridiculous. And they just let the useless character on the show, the one that now we realize why he's there. I always used to wonder, like, what's his name? What do they need Adam there for? Even like nobody liked him there. Even PBD, every time that Adam is talking, tell me if you ever remember like watching PBD and when Adam starts talking, PBD be like, what's the point? What's the point? What's the point? He cut him off almost every time he talked. Every time Adam is going off on some stupid little riddle and it doesn't make sense, some stupid pun that doesn't make sense. Like it's always something dumb. Like, yeah, and you know, and they say that the pizza man come on this day, but he's only delivering pizza, if you know what I mean. And it's like, what? Like, what are you talking about? He just say a lot of stupid stuff all the time. And PBD always interrupts him, except for when he's talking about the you-know-who-ish people and Israel. And when he's on that, he just lets him run. Like, he'd be like, go. He don't stop him. He don't interrupt him. He just lets him go. Like, that must be a deal. That seems like a contract, a deal, an arrangement, an understanding or something. Because anything else, he cuts him off. Watch when he talks about Candace or he's in defense of Israel or Bibi or anything like that. PBD be quiet, but whatever. But yeah, so many people turn their back on her. Like, Candace, you have to be careful. For them to be saying this. Now, I have on this video. I have on this video here. There's a guy here. I'll put him up on the screen now. This guy here, he's a monster in a good way. He be kicking so much truth. I definitely want to give him some shout out. Go follow this guy. His name is Lionel Nation. He's got 329,000 subscribers, just like me. And he is amazing. Like, this dude is amazing. I love listening to him talk. Give him a follow if you haven't found out about him before now. And we're going to play a little bit of his video. Hopefully I can hit this button.
Labeling. Because they were afraid of us. Remember, the left wants to keep you from saying things, but the right wants to keep you from thinking things. You see, you've lived through being told that Iraq had weapons of mass destruction. You've lived through being told that Russiagate was real. You've been fed lies about NATO, about Zelensky, about the Middle East, about Vietnam, about Watergate, about COVID, about masks, about everything. You have been through everything.
Dang. See what I mean? My man be going, he said, you done lived through COVID, mask, stay 6 feet apart, take the shot, 2 weeks to slow the spread and all this curve and all. They was just, and then this is again where, do your gut work? Like I should name this video, do your gut work? Like, you didn't realize that stuff was like BS. Like, I was like, what? Like, I just can't sit still. And I got siblings that can sit still and be like, I'm going to get my booster. And I was like, what are you doing? Like, are you not? What world are we in that people don't realize they're being lied to? Like, what happened? Was I not here? Was I gone? Was I asleep when everybody got the shot or something? Like, what happened to people? We believe so much. We know for a fact that 9/11 towers fell, and then Building 7 fell. Like, it had nothing to do with the plane. And when I remember when I first saw that, I was around and I was about to go out of town. I remember that. And when that happened, I was like, a plane can do all that? Like, I was just like, that don't make sense to me. And I was not even into conspiracies like I am now. I am a conspiracy theorist. Self-proclaimed. Not in a bad way though. Okay, but yeah. Like, I knew then, like, that doesn't make any sense. But all these things, like he's saying, we just let it roll. We just let it roll.
Lived through being told that Joe Biden was sharp as a marble and focused. You lived through being told that lockdowns were temporary. This is good. Masks work. 6-foot rule works. Isolating in place, or whatever the hell you want to call it. You were told that shots stopped the transmission of vile viruses. And dissent was dangerous, you were told. Trust this science. Trust. Don't be an election.
Yo, trust the science. I was getting so tired of hearing people say that. Like, you're a science denier. You're a grandma killer. Trust the science, bro. Dude. Are you a doctor? They was like, I'm like, y'all just gonna take this shot? Oh, you don't take shots? I'm like, yeah, the shots that's a little more known to people or whatever. Oh, well, how do you know what's in that? I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna try to argue with you. I'm just telling you, like, you don't find this suspicious that you're about to take this shot? People were fighting about that, getting into full arguments. You couldn't go around your family. Two of my very close friends. We used to go play basketball all the time. Two of my very close friends passed away during COVID from it. They both were diabetic. They both got it within 2 weeks of each other. One, boom, the other one, boom. And I'm like, whoa. It hit home. Like, them my boys. Like, hey, we about to go hoop. You calling them. We about to go play basketball. And they gone. I couldn't even go to neither funeral. Like, neither. I'm just sitting at home alone. Like, that was terrible. Think of what it did to our kids. My kids, they are not where they should be at a 21-year-old and an 18-year-old. I love them, but they should be further ahead. They missed some time. And we did that for whatever. What? Honestly, I think it was just to derail Trump. But let him finish.
Denier. Be good. Be contained. Shut up. Right? And every single time the people who questioned early were mocked or smeared or silenced until time proved them right, it happened. Everybody who complained was right. The people who were saying, wait a minute, hold it, were right. Have you ever heard anyone, ever in the history of your own life?
He's right. We were right. We were right then. We were right then. We were right then. Then. We've been right every single time. And number one, they never come back and be like, you were right. Y'all that felt this way were actually right. You know, going forward, we're going to listen to you guys. That's what I would like to hear. But of course, no. They're not going to say that. They're going to say, what did they say around COVID or after it? It's time for amnesty. I saw that. I lost it. I saw that on Facebook one day. I'm like, no, you're not getting no amnesty. Heck no. Like, oh, well, we all did some crazy things during that time. No, we didn't. No, we did not. No, we did not. Hold the bus. We didn't do nothing. Y'all did some crazy stuff. Yeah, I say it all the time. We were like one step away from being in concentration camps. Like, some people were ready already. They were already calling and snitching on you. We were probably a month away from people calling on their phone saying, I see this man outside with no mask, so that they can come get you and put you in the gulag. Like, we was not far from there. Tell me, we were not far from there at all. Do y'all apologize? Like we were right? The ones who are always right were right again? The ones you call conspiracy theorists, we were right again? And did they ever come back and be like, all right, we apologize. Y'all was right. Nope. Next thing happened, they doing it again. Y'all crazy. Y'all conspiracy theorists. Y'all this. Y'all. And we like, bruh, like how many times we got to keep fighting this battle with our own people? And the thing is, we're not against you. We're not against you. You seem to be against us, but we're not against you. We want this country to come together and be a country where these few thousand leaders that are in Congress and senators and mayors and government, these few people like that, we can take over this country. It's not even taken over. It's ours now. It's our country now. We have the power now. We have the voting power now. We have the right now. It doesn't say to the Congress and government and run this country. It says we the people. We the people. We are the people. So if we're the people, then of course we should be able to govern ourselves. Right now they're governing us, but these people that are governing us aren't governing us with the best intentions. Tell me, do you feel like they are? Do you feel like they got the best? Why do we pay so much in taxes? Like, geez, because we're paying for other stuff, other people to get rich, other countries. Why do you think they was raising all kind of hell with Doge? They didn't want, no, you can't go in there. You can't go in here. Like, no, he's just trying to count it up. He's not a government official. Like, what? I mean, you can't count. The man can run a successful business. Let him run in there. He just wants to steal for what? Why would the richest man in the world try to be stealing? What is he trying to steal? Now, do he want power? Do he want the clout to be able to say, I fixed it? Yeah. That's normally what people that with power and money want. They want more power. They don't really care. Money? This man can spend $1 million a day for the rest of his life and still have money when he dies. Like, what are we talking about? He's got it. He's good. He ain't trying to steal your money. I'm gonna let him finish. Let Lionel Nation. Shout out to Lionel Nation. Very good content creator here.
That was ever correct, who first told you, stop thinking, stop talking about it, stop reviewing the facts. Never. So when those same tactics come out again, the same language, the same moral panic, the same accusations of being hateful or lazy or crazy or irresponsible, people don't flinch anymore. They don't even react. They lean in. See, that's the problem for the people trying to shut Candace down. And they want to shut her down. They want to arrest her. They want her to be labeled as some kind of a nut. Don't be surprised if they do a welfare check. If all of a sudden something bad happens to her, or maybe her family is concerned, maybe an overdose, or you would.
And this is the part I was thinking about, because it's like, I heard that I don't know how long ago, and I'm gonna tell you, I'm very new to Valhalla VFT. I don't know how long you've been out, but his channel is called Valhalla, and I remember what's his name saying Valhalla, and I'm just like, wait, what is this word? Why I keep seeing it all of a sudden? Cash Patel said, "See you in Valhalla," to Charlie Kirk's spirit. But anyway. Valhalla VFT. I'm new to him. Very, very new. Only seen him recently with the gun stuff. I mean the weapon stuff. And we're talking about the whole what this type of ammunition does and that type of ammunition. Blah blah blah. And how it, we know what he's talking about. I can't talk about that on my channel. So I only knew him from that. And I do know, and I've heard that from you other YouTubers, that he requested or he offered himself, because I believe he's like obviously military. I don't know if he's a Green Beret or a Navy SEAL. I don't know, but he's definitely military. And thank you for your service. I do love the military. I wish I was able to go to the military, and I want my son to go to the military. But he was in the military, and he offered his services to protect Candace. He offered to protect Candace, be like her security. And I don't know if she said no, or I don't know if she just haven't replied to that offer or anything like that. But from his point of view, it looks like he's in his feelings a little bit about it. From her point of view, what? I mean, the literal bullet that you've just dodged. Like, what? Looking back, imagine if she had done it. Look at how he's talking about her now. Imagine if she had done that. I mean, I feel like good thing you didn't do that. I mean, right? Are we feeling that together? Like, good thing you did not, Candace, let this man be your security. You might have already had pneumonia and been gone by now. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying to see how when people turn, that's why I'm like, she needs security from above. Like, I know true, because at the end of the day, every security person, every security team is getting paid. They're getting paid to do this, right? A certain amount to do this. What if you offered to pay them to do that? You know what I mean? Like, what happens? What happens? You never know. Everybody, I think, has a price, and that's the scary part. That's why. But let me take that back. I rebuke that word, scary. It's not scary. It's the opportunity for more faith, because God is her protection. God is your protection, Candace. God is your protection. God is your protection. I affirm that on you. God is your protection, and that's all the protection you really need. And he'll make your enemy protect you. He'll make someone, who can't stand you protect you. That's how good God is. So God is her protection. But that's why she need God, and not a security team for hire. Yesterday he was looking for a job. Today they got a job working for Candace, and then who knows what they'll be doing in a month from now. So you cannot. You have to be very, very, very careful and prayerful, and just because that her security, sheesh, her being secure is so important.
Not believe anything I tell you right now. Anything is not beyond the realm of reason with these people. Anything. She scares them that bad. And they don't know. They keep getting away. They get away with murder, literally. They still are telling you that Epstein offed himself. They still haven't gotten to the bottom of who's really trying to kill the president. They don't care about this. Assassinations you're used to. See, they're using tools that no longer work on an audience like us that has learned the pattern. See, they think you're stupid. And here is the pattern. Here's the way it goes. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. When an organization or a group feels confident, it debates. When it feels threatened, it polices. When it has substance, it argues. It says, come on, let's go through this, give and take. When it loses substance, it performs. It tells people to shut up, shut down, sit down, if you know what's good for you. When it trusts its audience, it opens the floor. That's the way dialogue works. That's the way universities work, theoretically. That's the way pedagogy and education work. But when it fears its audience, it manages perception. And
that's the way Charlie worked as well. Charlie wanted to talk. He was confident. Speaking of keeping his legacy going, Candace is keeping his legacy going more than anybody in the organization of TPUSA. None of them want to talk. None of them want to talk about the details, and they'll talk to everybody else. They're sending out content or sending out information to content creators, the same information that Candace is trying to get. And it's like, when are we going to just ask the question, like, wait a minute, why are we against Candace Owens? Me more. Yes, you may. Baby, can I have some hot tea? Yeah. And that black thing, remember? Yeah. Okay. Sure. I was waiting for you to finish on your thing. Oh no, I'm in the middle of it right now, but I still need it. I keep coughing. Okay. All right. Gracias, mi amor. It's not even about, like, I think, like, people think, like, I mean, as far as me, I don't have, like, some grand reverence for Charlie Kirk. The fact that I'm in tune to the whole thing of what's going on with Candace Owens and Charlie Kirk, and timely death, and Erica Kirk and TPUSA and all of this. The reason why I'm invested, it doesn't, I mean, God rest his soul, but it doesn't have that much to do with Charlie Kirk. I said this before. it's more about what they did and thinking that they can get away with it. And what I mean by they is whoever did it, whoever is involved. And the more we look, the more people we find out that could possibly be involved. And for Candace to be asking the questions and they don't want her to ask the questions, I mean, that's like a major red flag. It's like, did you know he got pew-pewed? Boom. Yeah. Do you know who they said did it? Yeah. Tyler Robinson by himself. He acted alone. Like at that point, I'm just like, wait a minute. Wait, okay. Oh, they got footage of him on the roof. Okay, he runs. I see a little speck runs across. Okay, I see that. Yeah, so the fact that Candace is asking the questions and talking about it and people are upset, it's just like that. How are you mad at her for asking the questions? The people that are like the people you would expect to not be mad are mad. The people you would expect to also be asking questions are not asking questions. They're just mad at her for asking questions. And it's like, what? That is a plot twist. That is what you call a plot twist right there. I was never expecting for that to be the case, that Candace would be the only one asking questions. I never thought that would be the case at all. So, yeah, I don't know. If you're having trouble with her asking the questions and you're mad, that's a big red flag. And the normal people, our normal citizen brothers and sisters that are on that side of the thought, because I don't want to be on different sides anymore. I don't want it to be a left and a right. I don't want that anymore because it's so divisive and it keeps us fighting against each other. And I don't even want to even fight against nobody anymore, to be honest. I mean, we've been right a lot, but I don't even want to keep like rubbing it in their face anymore. I'm good. And I know your side probably think you've been right, but whatever. Let's put that away for a minute. Like this could affect both sides. Do we understand that? Can we agree to that? Can we agree to the fact that this could affect both sides?
Shut up. What you are seeing right now is not confidence in the least. It's anything but. It's containment. And they're getting all these other people lined up to help, to shut. I can't believe it. They're going to Candace's, theoretically, her compatriots, to tell her to shut up. And all of this could have been avoided very, very easily. Very, very easily. They could have just, as I've been telling you since day one, ignore Candace. Ignore her. They could have let her talk, let her make her case, let people decide, let bad claims die quietly, if they were bad. But they could not do that because silence would have implied, at least to them, trust in the audience, and you don't want that.
Yeah, they definitely didn't want that. They definitely did not want to be silent on this one, because that would have, in this case, that would have made them look, I think, just as guilty. I mean, when you lie, nothing is worse than lying. If I ask you a question and then you lie to me, and I'm looking at you like, most likely I don't know the answer, but I kind of know the answer. And it's like, if I ask you a question and you lie to me, that's the worst right there. If you just don't say nothing, I'm like, why won't you say something? But when you lie to me and I know you just lied to me, and you told me I was here and I know you were there, I'm like, whoa, confidence gone. So that's where they are right now. They thought that they could fix it with a lie, and instead they made it worse. They made it worse. And it's just like, dang. Now you just keep lying. It's like a lie on top of another. You've lied before. You lied to your parents. You lied to somebody. And it's a lie on top of a lie on top of a lie. And it never stops. You just keep lying, trying to cover up other lies. And lying is incredibly hard because you don't remember everything. You don't remember all the things that you need to remember for, you know what I mean? You don't remember what you said. And no. You said at this time y'all was going to the store. It's hard to just keep up with a lie. And at some point they can be like, oh, you know you done effed up, right? You know you done effed up. You said this when you really said that. But this time you said that when you said this. It's like you can't keep a lie going. Just at some point you just gotta have a come to Jesus moment and just be like, okay. And for TPCU, TPUSA can't do that. Turning Point can't do that at this point. They can't just be like, okay, we lied. It's just they have to keep trying and trying and trying. They keep debunking Candace, and they're not even debunking her. It's like, this is not a debunking. And this is a time that we're living in that makes me so happy. It makes me so happy. Like, we're living in a time where you can't just pull one over on the internet. I don't think they saw this in the plan when they was like, we're going to create this internet and it's going to get people distracted and we're going to be able to do what we want to do. And we're going to be able to take their money and we're going to do this and that and we're going to rule the world. They did not plan for that the internet will also be able to prove if you were not lying on a lot of things. I don't think they planned for that. They didn't plan for that. They was not expecting this to be our tool that we use to check them. When they lie to us, we can check. Like, we just get Twitter fingers and just be like, actually, and my daughter would say, you dad, you was probably one of those actually kids. I'm like, what is an actually kid? She's like, when, you say something like, the sky is blue. And then the guy say, well, actually, it's the lavender and this and that. Like, that's what she said. She said I was one of those kids. And I'm like, yeah, I probably was. Like, because I always was like, you said, I'm going to remember. I'm going to remember and I'm going to remind you based off what you said. And I mean, I do that with God, as you should. Why would I be poor? Why would I be living in poverty? And God said, I remind God when I pray, I'm like, Lord, you said all the cattle on 1,000 hills belong to me. Like, Lord, you said my Father is rich in heaven. So therefore I should be rich down here. That's what I say when I pray. I pray with the highest amount of respect because he is God. But I also pray with some expectation. Like, if I ain't believing it, what am I praying for? So I believe what I'm asking God for because I believe is due to me. Does that make sense? Like, so that's how the internet has gotten us with the government, which is great because you hold the government accountable by their words, by their deeds, by their you hold them responsible. And that's what we need to do. That's why I say we need to vote everybody out. Vote everybody out and make some new rules. We are the people. It's us. We are the people. I don't know how completely, but I do know certain things that need to be in place. We are the people. All we got to do is stop letting them divide us. And tell us, no, they're bad. They're bad. They're bad. They're doing it right now with Candace. This is a paid campaign of attacking her. Why? Because she's right? Apparently, because everything you keep saying you're debunking, you're actually not debunking. And we see you. It's like, I'm looking at you. We see you. We're not blind. We're not little kids. You're not going to be like, I'm invisible. I'm standing here and I'm invisible. I'm looking right at you. We see that you are lying to us. Like, right in our face and think we're dumb. And it's like kind of insulting, to be honest. It's kind of insulting. When this country, when we the people finally get it together and get to the point where we're going to change this Congress and change the Senate and change the rules, change the president, change all of this. When we do that, we're going to remember how insulting you were. We're going to remember how we're going to keep a long memory We're going to remember how you lied to us, lied in our face about everything. We're going to remember that. We're going to remember. And we need to remember that. Again, we have the power. We have the authority. The government works for us. The Congress, the Senate, they are employees of us. We're the people. Spread the word. Share this to everybody. Let them know that we actually can change everything. We see the corruption. We see the unfairness. Our taxes should be going for the roads, the police, the poor, the ones that are really poor that can't actually work. It should be going towards those things, not towards all these other little stupid stuff. And we didn't even vote on that. We didn't vote to attack this country. We didn't vote to attack them. Why don't we get a chance to vote for that stuff? We just vote for that one person that could be corrupted, and then they just do all this stuff. Like, we like, whoa, 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 whoa. We don't even get a chance to say nothing. And when we do say something, like, yeah, we want to see the Epstein tapes, they like, shut up, go sit down. I don't need you. Like, that's how they talk to us. And we are the people. So you feel good about that? You feel good is that cool? Is that cool that they get to do us like that? We vote Trump in office because he said, I'm going to do X and Y and Z. Yeah. And we're gonna put Cash Patel over the FBI. Yeah. Tulsi Gabbard over the CIA. Yeah. And then Dan Bongino, the deputy director. Yeah. And then they get in there and do nothing. Nothing that they promised. Nothing. We've taken in over, and under Joe Biden, we've taken in, they said, between 10 and 20 million illegals into this country. And Trump, after 1 year, got out about 300. 3 times 4 is 12. So in 4 years, he'll get out 1.2 million. And that's an L to me. It's not enough. That's an L to me. I'm sorry. Math is math. You said you're going to get them all out. No, this is not although they publicize it, that's how you know, like, both sides are. Excuse me, y'all. That's how you know that both sides are involved to a degree, because you see CNN, MSNBC, you would think that they have deported so many people. They have not. They have not. And I get it. They've been slowed down, held up on every hand, and allegedly. And it's just like, what in the world is going on? Didn't we vote for this? Whatever happened to threat to democracy? Like, isn't this the will of the people? And then all these judges that are threat to democracy is stopping it. Like, this junk is crazy. Again, we are the people. We are the normal people. I had this conversation with someone. I'm like, man, we need to put just normal people into the Senate. This guy got a painting company. He's been in business for 10 years. He's a good guy. He's been honest and da-da-da. The community represents him. Okay, you're the senator, one of the senators representing Michigan. Like, we need normal people in there. And then we watching them. We tracking them. We seeing everything. We seeing this. We seeing that. Every dollar. No millions and millions and millions on advertising. And we can't even sit home and watch a good football game without every 2 seconds some liar on the TV talking about what they gonna do. Like, okay, we get it. We're gonna vote for one of you. Now, can you stop running ads when I'm trying to watch football? Like, that's annoying anyway. It's unnecessary. Everybody get more involved in the voting locally, not just when the president is running. But yeah, we are the people, y'all. I'm telling you. I'm gonna let Lionel keep cooking. I'm sorry.
See, because trust is the one thing centralized movements never actually have. Instead, these people choose escalation, and escalation always widens the lens. And now people are not just listening to Candace. They are reevaluating the entire machine. Who are these people? Are they deep state? Are they shadow government? Are they big tech? Who is this? And who are the people that we thought, these social media commentators, that we thought were on our side? That we thought basically encouraged our thinking? Who are they? See, this is an incredible thing. They are asking why this person is treated as radioactive while others get endless grace, endless support, endless excuse.
Malik's tones. He got all his grades. I thought you was $1 billion in debt. What was that? What was that? Now he's on here like just bounce back. All right. I mean, it's just like kind of weird. The fact that many of our heroes are, looking bad. I just saw a video of Malik's tones, and I wasn't a big fan of his, but I knew of him. I kind of had a level of respect for him. But he was on there taking his shirt off, like, see, I'm still a person. I'm not, this is not a clone, and all this stupid stuff. And it's just like, I'm just looking at him like, bro, you fell far. Like, and the crazy thing is, like, I think they know that they're gonna fall if they choose this other side, the ridiculous side, the Fed slop side. I think they know it, but they still do it. Like, they still do it. It's like, are you dumb? Like, why would you do it? Why would you fall for that? I don't know. Let's keep going. But this is the part, and then I'm gonna end this, and then we got another. We're gonna go to the video of this guy that just grossly disrespected Candace Owens. Grossly. I mean, the most vile, disrespectful thing I've ever heard. We're gonna get to that. I'm gonna let this wrap up with Lionel. And thanks for the video, Lionel.
Go ahead, no problem. They're asking why donor-aligned voices, don't forget it's all about donating, or doning. Some voices are protected, while inconvenient ones are exiled. Why is that? They're asking why debates are replaced with declarations, absolute declarations, and why questions are treated like crimes. See, this is where the gaslighting begins. This is where people are told nothing unusual is happening, that the outrage is organic, that the response is justified. Hey, don't look at us. It's regular people. It's her peers. We're not doing this. Look. You've got Laura Loomer and Alex Jones. See, you've got a lot of people coming out. Megyn Kelly. I'm not even sure what Megyn Kelly is talking about. You got Tim Pool saying this about, who knows. But they will use a lot of them who were paid off. You know how that works. See, anyone who notices the coordination, they say is paranoid. And that questioning motives, that's just immoral. That's just wrong. See, that's the moment the spell breaks. See, regular people do not need some kind of a report or some white paper finding to know when something feels off. And they can feel when grief looks staged. Take even Erica Kirk. Can you honestly tell me that her reaction never once made you think, is she for real?
Yeah. And most people, for I would say 2.5 months after the situation, most people for 2.5 months did not touch her with a 10-foot pole. They wouldn't say nothing about her, including Candace. Candace was like, She even put her as somebody that she would stop for. And then she decided not to. But yeah, like nobody wanted to touch it. But there were some people, again, like some people were on the internet saying she is wrong. She is this. She is full of it. She is guilty. She is hiding something. She's this. She's that. She's fake. She's that. And we was like, didn't want to even look at it. And then when we start looking at it, it's like, whoa, like something is off there. Something is going on there. Like you can't deny it.
Did her outrage ever feel kind of transactional, performative? Did her messaging ever sound rehearsed? And when this collective unity feels enforced rather than earned, don't you think something's up? Candace Owens didn't invent that feeling. Candace Owens didn't tell Erica Kirk how to come out and do all those shows on one day. That was ridiculous. And nobody wants to say it. But with Erica Kirk, people look at each other. So did you see Erica Kirk? Well, what'd you think? Because people are afraid. My God, it's un-American to say anything about Saint Erica. You can't say anything.
And the whole thing about that is, for me, I don't know what happened or how, but America, we get duped by this all the time. It's like the white girl tears. Sorry, this is not about race at this point. But the white girl tears. How many times have we seen First 48? We've seen all kind of crime shows. We've seen all kinds of stuff where people stood to gain significantly less than what Erica stood to gain. male or female, wife or husband, the spouse, we've seen it equally where the one person gets murdered and then the other person stands to gain. You are now a suspect. Like, what about this situation made us say she is not a suspect? She is not even, we don't need to bring her in for questions. We don't need to do it. I'm not saying I'm not a lawyer. I don't know the law, but I do know that when a husband gets assassinated, the wife is brought in for some questions. When a husband gets murdered, the wife is brought in for some questions. When a wife gets murdered, the husband is brought in. You're the closest one to him. Normal, right? Now, let's just say you got brought in. You're like, what? Me? Huh, never. Oh my God. What? I love not. What are you doing? What are you they putting the handcuffs on you? What are you doing? That was my husband. You break. And then as you're walking out, the neighbor over there looking like, the neighbor would be Candace Owens in this situation. She looked like, And she was like, I heard that they had some beef. I heard that they was arguing. Like, wouldn't they look into that? But in the world we live in now, Candace is like, he was having problems with these people, with this foreign country leader and their agenda. He was beefed out with these people. These people just tried to have an intervention on it with him. And actually, he texted somebody and said, they're going to try to pew me. He said that. Wouldn't you be like, bring it in, bring the evidence in. This is important. In any other situation, in any other point of life, I bet in any other country, you're a suspect. What are we doing? But not here. They think we are so stupid. And I think they're just now realizing, like, they still think we're stupid. I bet they still think we're stupid. They just think, like, we got to get them off the track. I don't know. I don't think they ever stop thinking we're stupid, to be honest. They're just going to forever think that. All right. Let's get to this other video. This young man right here. This young man right here, Didi got a podcast. 197,000 subscribers. Shout out to you, young man. That's a lot of subscribers. That's what's up. That's all I can say. For real. That's goals. That's goals. I got goals like that for real. So y'all subscribe to the channel, won't you please? I'm giving you my time and my thoughts. They're not worthless. Okay. So Didi got a podcast. Didi got a podcast made a good video here. He makes a lot of great content. This one says Valhalla VFT humiliates himself. However, I'm going to skip to the second part. I'm not going to do the Valhalla part. I do not agree with Valhalla, making demands on Candace. You need to disavow him. Like, what? Disavow? I'm like, why? Like now, and I commented this to Candace, like, be careful. Be careful when people are calling you. I'm sure she already knows this. She's way ahead of us, it seems like. Like, she is anointed. That's what it is. Candace is anointed. And the Bible says, touch not my anointed. Candace is clearly anointed. The anointing is all over her. That's why she's doing so well. That's why she's successful. That's why it's just like boom, 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 everything. She just keep being right. God is anointing her. And just pray that God continues to anoint her. And when you have God's anointings on you, let me tell you what everybody sees it. Everybody sees God's anointings on her. And that's how God does it. That's how God does things. And I didn't mean to go down this church path or this religion path. But when God anoints you, like Candace Owens has been anointed by God, everybody sees it. Some people respect it and push you and like, go ahead, Candace. God bless you. And then there's some people who hate you, who are mad at you. What the scripture say, blessed are they when they persecute you and revile you and speak. What is that? I'm gonna look it up. I hate when you ask ChatGPT for something and they just give you the short, like if it might be a list of like the Beatitudes I was thinking about. It's like 11 of them. And They stop and give you like 7. Like, I want all of them. Like, what are you doing? All right. But the one that I was thinking about is, well, 2 of them. Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. She's not doing it for her clicks. She's not doing it for money. She's doing it because she want to know. You can tell she's doing something that she loves to do, that she loves to do. When it's your passion, you're good at it. Not only are you good at it, the Bible says your gift will make room for you. In other words, your gift will make you make money. And of course, like I said, when you are anointed, those that don't those who don't know God, they are jealous of that anointing. They're jealous that everything seems to work out for you all the time. They don't like that. So they're looking at her like, I want to do something. I got to get it. So they don't like that. But she's doing it for righteousness. She just want to see, she want to find out because she knows it's what's right. She knows that it's evil. It's demonic, which is why they try to flip it and gaslight us. Oh, she's evil. She's demonic. No. You're evil and you're demonic. And we can see you. We're not dumb. Sorry. But blessed are ye when men shall revile you. Aren't they reviling Candace right now? And persecute you. Aren't they persecuting Candace right now? And shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake. For my sake. Is she doing it for Jesus? Yeah, she's doing it for truth. What she's doing is for truth. And people are against her everywhere. Reminds me of how people were against Jesus. Rejoice and be exceedingly glad, for great is your reward in heaven. For so persecuted they the prophets which were before you. Candace, you're going to be always remembered as that one that stood. And people going to be on the wrong, I hate when the left say they're going to be on the wrong side of history. People going to be on whatever side of history they want to be on, but they're going to remember that Candace was the one who started it all. Candace was the one who really stood up to it. And I'm not saying nobody else didn't. Don't be like, well, what about this person? That don't do all that in the comments. I'm sure there's other people. But on this topic, Candace is leading the way. And I think a lot of men especially are jealous. They're mad. They're jealous. They're mad. So they try to jump on her side at first, and try to get some of that steam. That steam, but you can't do it. You're not Candace. And I think these guys are mad. And then I didn't want to say it, but there is kind of a racial point of this a little bit. And I am the last person to be victimized and playing a race card or whatever it is. I don't play no race card, but this does have a racial undertone to it. They do not like that this black woman is leading them. I'm telling you, they do not like that. And it just is what it is. They don't. These people have egos and fans and followers, and their followers and fans are constantly mentioning her. You ever see any social media? I watch a lot of YouTube on all different subjects. One thing that bothers a YouTuber is when you mention another YouTuber in their chat. You ever notice that? All YouTubers hate that. That is ooh, it bugs them so bad when, and actually I'm not even going to say all because I don't care. But then again, I'm not big. I got 150 followers. Subscribe to the channel, by the way. But I think that most YouTubers, do not like when you mention in their chat somebody else. It's like an ego thing. Like an ego thing for them. So Candace is what's popping. I've seen people I'm not talking about Candace. They be mad. All I can say is she crazy. Well, it looked like you're talking about her now. Now I'm in the chats. You didn't activate my chat, my Twitter fingers. Because she's not crazy. But yeah. So that's what that is, and I think they're just jealous and they're just mad that she's doing something that they can't do. Period. And but God blesses those people. God always do that. God always will bless that person that step out on faith. And Candace is stepping out on faith. But it's so clear to me. When you're the type of person that steps out on faith, it's not hard for you to step out on faith. You get what I'm saying? If you've lived if you've lived the type of life where you've always stepped out on faith, you're more susceptible to step out on faith. Because you're used to it. You're used to just like, I'm going for it. Just go for it. You know what I mean? When you're that person, you're going to keep being that person. But if you're never that person, it's so hard. If you've never been that type of person that step out on faith in your life and took a chance to put it on the line, risked it, just trust God more than anything else. You believe God is my father. God is this. God does this for me. So therefore, I'm going to try it. You know what I mean? And then when God meet you in that, and then you're like, whoa. And then like next time something happens, it's going to be a bigger challenge. And you're like, I'm jumping over this one too. You know what I mean? You're going to keep jumping over the hurdles because you know that God will bless you every time you jump. If you never jump, or if you never feel like God bless you, it's because you are not jumping. It's not that God is not right there waiting for you to activate some faith. It's that what it is that you aren't activating it. You're not taking that first step. God wants you to do it. It's like being at the pool. I remember being at the pool with my kids. They were little, 5 years old. And I'm like, come on, jump, jump, jump. My son, he jumped. I caught him. Put him over there to safety. My daughter was like, she was a little older. She was like 6 and my son was 4. And she was just like, a little scared to do it. And I'm like, girl, come on, jump. Like, I'm a big 6 foot something man. Like, I'm going to catch you. And she was like, not too sure. You know what I mean? That was upsetting me as a father. So therefore, God, I know on a very small level how God wants you to trust him. God wants you to lean and depend on him. And when you don't, it doesn't please him. Literally, the scripture says, without faith, it's impossible to please him. So when you don't ever show no faith, God is not pleased with you. When you're always scared and being safe, like a lot of these men are, they're taking the safe route. I don't know. Candace might get in some trouble, so let me just be on the safe. When you're like that, what is God going to do for you? What is he going to do? You think God is going to meet you in the middle of that fear? No. God is going to meet you when you're in faith, when you're trusting. When Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, I don't mean to be reading these scriptures. I'm sorry, y'all. When Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego had to go into the fiery furnace because they wouldn't bow down to the king's God and they wouldn't eat the king's meat. Remember that scripture, that passage or whatever in the Bible? When they wouldn't do that, God met them in the fire. In the fire. So you see Candace right now, and she's just like at peace, zen, laughing at people like, it's because God is in the fire with her. And that's what the start of this thing. I said, she needs protection, but a man can't protect her. And I don't mean like a man or a woman, but I mean, humans can't protect her the way she needs protection. It's coming from God. Her protection is coming from God, and it's coming from us continually praying for her. Just keep praying for her, y'all, because that's what she needs. And I'm going to show you why. In this video right here, listen to the vile stuff that this man says here. Not Didi got a podcast. That's my guy right there. Real smart dude. Go follow him.
If we're about truth, we're about truth.
Hello, everyone. George Webb, Franklin County Court. George Webb, Franklin County Court. Why is this so important in the Candace discussion? Why is Franklin County Court so important in this Candace discussion? Why is it so important with Mitch, the person who has 3 lawsuits involved in 2023, in May and June of 2023?
Which are lawsuits. We're about to get into some of the details, not a whole lot of it, because I don't want to spend too much time on that. But we're going to get into some of the things that he's been accused of and what some of these people, not all of them, are refusing to talk about with these lawsuits, which, by the way, a lawsuit is a lawsuit. It's not a conviction.
Yeah. Go watch DD Got a Podcast and the rest of his video on this to see those details he goes into regarding the Mitch Snow that Candace brought on the show the other day. And the thing, and I think DD's going to say this as well. And it's like, all they're doing is trying to critique his life, his past. Oh, he did this 20 years ago. He did that. And I don't know the details of it, of what he did or didn't or what happened for real. But I think it's irrelevant. What does that have to do with the cost of tea in China? Like, that has nothing to do with what he's talking about. What, like, were you at Hachua, at the Fort Wakachua or not? Was Erica in that town at that time or not? Stop lying and showing these other, this is a flight I bought. Like, what does that mean? That doesn't prove anything. Like, can you just prove it or not? And you won't, which makes us not believe you. We don't believe you. You need more people.
It doesn't mean you're necessarily guilty of something. It's a lawsuit. Anybody can pick up a lawsuit.
That's the hammer time. He goes hammer crazy. Ready? In June of 2023, why all of this happening at this courtroom? Why is this courtroom so important? Well, first of all, it's shoe leather. Getting out and getting to the court. Unfortunately, it's closed today. But if you look at the lawsuits that are filed in May of 2023 and June of 2023, you'll find a very interesting.
Does this guy resonate with your spirit? And I heard he is somebody that, had some popularity. There's a lot of them falling by the wayside right now that had some popularity on the right and that people were believing in and people trusted. But it's starting to see like more and more of these people were just like placed there and let them be relevant, and their algorithm, they get pushed in the algorithm, and they're just there so that when a time such as this come, they could say, okay, now you, coordinated attack, you say this. You say this. You both say the same thing. Go. And they send them out, and we're like, whoa, I really listen to PBD. I'm used to PBD. Benny, whoa, Benny. Oh, shoot. Felix Tones. Like, what happened? You used to be, wait, this, and it doesn't make sense to you? It doesn't even resonate? You're like, what in the world? If it's like that for you, there's a reason it's like that for you. That's God telling you, this is not the real. This ain't the real. You know for your own self for a fact that they're not proving anything. And it's just like, what? This isn't proof of anything. Run. Get away from them. Get away from them. Get away from them. Stop watching them. Unsubscribe from them. They need to feel the withdrawal. They need to feel it. If you're still there, like, well, I don't listen to everything. No, they need to feel the withdrawal, because on one thing, this one subject of this Charlie Kirk pew-pewing, that was wrong. You know that it wasn't right, and you know that they're lying to you about it, like they did in 1963 on 11/22. You know what this is. So therefore, you gotta reject it. You can't not reject this. Whoever you are, whatever side you're on. This isn't about party lines. I'm telling y'all. And I get it. You might want to be getting at us because we just won the presidency and da-da-da-da. But we are all the same, y'all. This isn't about party lines. This is about, did they really think that they could just lie to us? And we're just going to take it? No, we're not going to take it. We're not. We have to be like that. We can't take this.
Thing. You'll find the court awarding one of Mitch's ex-wives. This is the big whistleblower that Candace is putting so much stock in. Remember, we say, Candace, it's a federal informant. It's a federal informant. They're trying to get you off Doge. They're trying to get you off DuPont, given the last mafia ultimatum.
It seems more like y'all trying to get her off of Fort Huachuca. That's what it seems like, bro. You think no. We're saying, like, wait. What's up with you? What's up with you? Because your reasoning for getting off Mitch and her not talking about Fort Huachuca is because of what Mitch did 20 years ago. What does that have to do with the cost of tea in China? He just said, I think I saw these people. And Candace like, yo, this is you saying this, and I don't know if I believe it 100% because this is based on your memory, what you're saying. But Harpool, Kirk, we got some questions. Were y'all here? Because somebody said they saw you. We don't even know if they really saw you, but they said they did. They were there. We know for a fact they were there. And we know for a fact these other people were there. Were y'all there? And when we're saying that, they're like, don't believe her. She's crazy, y'all. She's going off the rails. This is a rabbit hole. Everybody say rabbit hole. That's all everybody says. It's a rabbit hole. She's going down the rabbit hole again. And you're like, this is looking just like COVID again. Y'all acting like COVID. Y'all acting like 2020 again. And we're just looking at y'all like, gotta stop the spread. Trust the science. We're just looking at y'all like, what is going on? Y'all doing it again. And again, we see you. You're not fooling anyone. We see you. You're doing the same thing you did before. And we understand that there are some people that you got some type of control over. You can just turn the thing and they just be like, rabbit hole. Stop the spread. Like they just do whatever you say. That's not us. They not like us, actually. Oh, this guy said some vile stuff here, and I'm gonna let it play.
Charlie, before his murder, they don't want you to do the Doge audit. They're going to try to introduce a federal informant to get you thinking about something else. That's why we're in Franklin, because the federal folks introduced.
And here's the other thing. Why is Candace doing it all by herself? Don't talk about what they're going to try to get you to do. Okay, why don't you, sir, you focus on the Doge part. Let Candace focus on the Fort Huachuca part. And BFT, you focus on this part. And you focus on this part. Everybody focus together. Why is everybody... Y'all act like y'all can't work together? You got big followings. You should be doing the same thing. Just like Barron is doing. Barron is like, okay, he's doing his own thing. Sometimes he's talking about that. Sometimes he's talking about other stuff that Candace haven't even talked about. That's the way it goes. The people that are trying to pull her away, get away from there. Get away from there. Why are you doing that? Just answer why. And we know what you're going to say. Malik's tones. Oh, because I care about her. Do you really? How long do you care for her? A day? Because only took a day for you to start attacking her. It's like them demons, bro. Demons. Like, I love you. That's how they come at you. I love you. Can't you understand that we love you, Candace? And then the Candace like, and then she's like, nah. And then immediately they're like, oh, we're going to devour you. We're going to destroy you. And then they're going to do what this fool says next. But he don't know. No weapon formed against her shall prosper. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. But they are trying. They are shooting, trying to get her. It's crazy. It's crazy. Speaking of crazy, what y'all doing is crazy, actually. What y'all doing is y'all the ones who need an intervention, actually.
This federal informant, Mitch. But there's going to be 3 lawsuits that are going to be presented tonight. Alex Jones is going to present it. Laura Loomer is going to present it. Everybody's going to pile on Mitch, right?
You lost me at Laura Loomer. What? Like, why do we care? Laura Loomer? Boy, if you don't get out of here. I used to have that job. Like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about for real?
Laura Loomer. Okay.
Everybody's going to say Mitch is a bad guy. Of course he's a bad guy. They wouldn't have put him in to the case to get Candace away from Doge and get Candace away from DuPont. They wouldn't have put him in if they didn't know he was a bad guy. They wouldn't have put him in if they didn't know these 3 lawsuits existed. They wouldn't have put him in if they didn't know the 3 lawsuits existed. The 3 lawsuits are going to show.
What are you talking about, bro? Y'all be following this dude on the record? I never heard of this guy. I understand because I listen to different things than you may listen to. But he sounds so dumb. And I got to imagine like the people that used to watch him probably think like, oh my God, he sounds so dumb. Same way people that I used to listen to, they sound so dumb.
So, domestic violence. 3 lawsuits are going to show the garnishment of $400,000, $415,000. They're going to show Mitch having $450,000 one day in the bank account and next day having zero.
And I'm gonna give you what someone else, I don't know what's true, what someone else has said as a counter argument, because again, you're only hearing one side. Again, this isn't about defending Mitch. The dude may be a horrible person. I don't care to defend him. I don't know him. I don't care to be friends with him. If these things are about him, are true about his past, he's a horrible person. George, Nate, what about what he said, bro? He said he saw someone, which Candace Owens said in real time. She don't know if it's true or not. She said she can confirm based on metadata that he was where he said he was. I think that alone gets you in the door. She said she cannot confirm that. Then she asked him to give a percentage. And to Mitch's credit, who may be a horrible person, may have lied about his past, I don't know. But to his credit, he says on the episode, maybe I didn't see him. Maybe they had a, what do you call it?
A doppelganger. And he did say that. He said, I think I did. She asked him, what percentage would you say that you think you saw Brian Harpo? He said, if I'm not mistaken, from 95 to 99%. That's what he said. He said, I remember faces. I'm good with faces. Some people are, some people are not. I'm that way too. I can't know their name. If I met you and shook your hand like, hey, I will remember you. And I'll come to you and someone like, hey, I know you from somewhere. And I got to figure it out. Did you go here? Did you go there? Did you live here? I can remember faces. And then she asked him, how sure are you that you saw Erica Kirk? And he said 95 to 99%. Like, and didn't he say he saw Cabot Phillips? Sheesh.
Not a stunt double. There's another name for it. Maybe they got another person that look just like them. I don't know. Why do you keep talking about his past? Okay, great. And let me address this. When you say, well, if a person has lied about who they are, the things that they've experienced, shouldn't that mean you shouldn't trust what they're saying now? It means that you should be skeptical. It means that you should tread lightly, which you should do with everybody anyways, which, by the way, let me tell you where I agree with Valhalla. I agree that if you're raising hundreds of thousands of dollars for a person specifically for the reason of what he's been through, and it turns out that what he's been through is a lie, I agree with him there. Nate and I are on the same page there. But I'm not about to demand anything from Candace Owens like I'm above her. While in the same note, talking about how to treat women the right way, while also demanding that Candace do something for you because you said so. Talking about a man's past, which if he's done this, once again, I need to keep repeating this because somebody's going to clip this. If a man is guilty of that, that makes him a bad man, a bad husband, a bad father. I'm with you, 100% with you. But you can't sit up there and talk about that while sitting there with a person that's bragged about having 15 felonies. The irony. But we're going to get to those clips. I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's see the nonsense that George is about to say, which, by the way, George was just on the podcast, had a great interaction with him, didn't realize until after he left that he's super pro-Israel. I didn't know that when he was here. I probably would have said had him on, but probably would have had a conversation with him about that to understand his angle there. And also don't support the fact that George is blocking a lot of people who disagree with him. I don't support that either, which Nate has also been doing that too, but we're going to get there.
And they're going to show Mitch going nuts. Going over in this town where he lives, going over and whacking his wife's door open with a hammer. That's what it's going to show. It's going to look really bad. Candace, here's your chance. Disavow Mitch now. Say, hey, I got fooled. George Webb got fooled way back when. Piked him with a federal informant. Now's your chance. Say, I got fooled. Federal informant. Has nothing to do with Doge. Has nothing to do with Charlie.
This part looks so ridiculous. It's almost like the condescending nature of it. Like, do you think people are dumb? Like, what do y'all think? Do y'all really think people are dumb that we would just be like, oh, yeah, let's not. We need to disavow him because him and his ex-wife went through a nasty battle with their child. Like, what? What? And you should listen to the rest of DD's video on that and hear the issue of what the other side of the story of him going to court was. I don't even 20-something years. Who cares? I don't care what you did 20 years. I don't care. That's the left tactics. Oh, you said this about trans people 20 years ago. You're canceled.
Kirk's death has nothing to do with DuPont. Here's your chance now to say they fooled me. Okay, they fooled you. So what? We're going to go back to Doge. We're going to go back to DuPont. Forget this.
No, you forget this. You go back to Doge and you go back to DuPont. Why can't they do that? Like, what are we doing? Why can't Valhalla FT go to Doge and DuPont since this guy and him wants her to do that? You go do it. Why is she ain't the only person that got the internet on her side that will listen and take some tips and we can investigate together? Share some notes. Instead of you sharing notes, you're just trying to stop her, which to us seems very, very suspicious.
Forget this. This doesn't matter.
It's literally doing his hand like this. Forget this. This doesn't matter. You just want to we need the neuralizer to be like, just look right here. Beep. And just beep you. Like, what world do y'all think we live in?
Now, this is where I got the biggest issue, and I have to give credit to another YouTuber that I have not seen a lot of his content, but a lot of you all have sent me some of his stuff, and I just haven't had time to get to it. But I did see a clip of him saying this. A YouTuber by the name of Lionel Nation, I believe I'm saying it correctly. Forgive me if I am not.
Yeah, he's talking about the guy we just played earlier right now.
He made a great point. He said, if you listen to these people who are responding to Candace, which everybody has a right to question Candace. That's not my position as if you don't. But at least make sense and be consistent here. Notice what they're saying. They're saying, stop looking over here. They're not saying, go look. If it's nothing over there, fine. There's nothing over there. Or look over there and look over here at the same time. That's not what's happening. People like George is saying, and Nate to an extent, stop looking over there altogether. Why? If she finds nothing, if it turns out that this man is lying, now to Nate's credit, when it comes to raising money for him and it turns out he's lying, that's different. But if you're someone like a George and Nate to an extent, why are you saying altogether, stop looking? What? Why? Why should I stop looking altogether? Let me look into this and see if there's nothing there. Because here's the biggest thing, and I'm getting ahead of myself, but I'm so passionate right now. Don't forget, everybody, it hasn't been debunked. You're talking about the man's past. Great. Let's say he's the most horrible human being ever to live. What about what he said? Why have you not debunked that? Brian Harpo showing that he booked a plane ticket. It's not showing that he actually went to where the plane ticket was supposed to take him. It doesn't show that he was actually there. Again, we're going to get there because Candace Owens has responded on Instagram. I'm going to show you all that video clip as well. But Erica Kirk's alibi has yet to be proven or shown. Just easily show it. And this could be over. But instead, not saying that it's Nate, not saying that it's George, because I don't know if it applies to them. But you got people like Gary from Paramount Tactical, which we're going to get to that, secretly working with TPUSA. And they're failing in the process of debunking these things.
But the feds know what Mitch did. The feds know what happened in this courtroom. And you're going to see that tonight. All the Fed sloppers are going to be out tonight. All the Fed sloppers are going to be out. You're going to see Gary with Paramount. There's going to be some really great true believers that are getting sucked in here too. People who really care about our country, really fight for our country, which is Valhalla is going to get sucked into this. But you're going to have Laura Loomer. You're going to have everybody who, did every kind of Fed op ever piling on Candace tonight. All Candace needs to do to avoid the pileup, just say, hey, Mitch was a Fed. Mitch was a Fed, I got fooled. We're moving on. So
think about that for a second. That's all she got to do for us not to pile on her. Y'all been piling on her the whole time. She ain't worried about you. It's no weapon formed against her will prosper. Especially no demons. She ain't worried about y'all.
from Pasco, Washington, beautiful Pasco, Washington, beautiful Franklin County. You're going to see it all tonight. The lynching is going to happen. There's the jail right over there. The lynching, the electronic lynching of Candace Owens is going to happen tonight.
This man said the lynching is going to happen over there. Like, I don't think there's not many people can say many things and it doesn't even like light a spark in me as far as like, oh, it's racist. Like, I really don't. I always be like, oh, who cares about that? That's highly inappropriate for him to say that. And I'm not tone policing or policing what he says. It's free speech. Say what you want to say. But that's inappropriate too. I mean, it's inappropriate. I can't say certain things on YouTube. And, can't say some of the words that like Tim Pool and Crowder has called Candace. But that's crazy work for you to say that. That is crazy work. Incredibly racist and insensitive, to be honest. And I don't think it's done by mistake. Like, I think those words meant something. This is a calculated attack on her. And I just think that that's incredibly inconsiderate. And most times I don't call things racist. I call it prejudice. This is not a prejudgment. That was a racist thing to say. That was actually a racist thing to say. Very racist. Period. I don't care if you're on the left or the right and da-da-da. That was racist right there. A lynching. I'll tell you what. Over my dead body will anybody be lynching Candace Owens. Period. Like, it ain't gonna happen. God and me telling me that it ain't gonna happen. What's happening is you guys keep shooting at her and missing. You can't touch God's anointing. God will put a hedge around you to protect you, where no weapon can formed against you can prosper. And that's what they're seeing, and that's what they just get prepared. Like Lionel Nation said, get prepared for more attacks, more. Y'all stay strong. Keep praying. Keep believing. Keep trusting that God is going to do the right thing. God is going to protect her, and that we can turn this country around. If we trust God, that's the only way we can do it, that we can turn this country around. And we, the people, have the ability and the capability and the power to do it. They haven't taken all of our strength from us yet. We the people. I'm telling you. I'm going to stop the video right there. I don't want to hear anything else he says. But I don't even know his name. But the fact that he said that was highly disrespectful, highly rude. You're saying that it's going to be a lynching? And to be fair, he did say or whatever. What did he say? Internet lynching or whatever. But it doesn't matter. That's incredibly insensitive for you to say. All because what? Y'all mad? The devil mad? The devil is mad. He would like to kill every one of us. They would like to kill us, but they need you to keep working. So if it's like you're going to be a slave or you're going to be dead, that's what they want. If you ain't going to be a slave, you're not going to become one of them. Don't think you can be one of them. They'll use you like they're using these people, like they're using this guy. When I was in church, they'd be like, let the Lord use you. Don't let the devil use you. I got to go. I got to go eat some dinner. She made some soup for me, and I guess I got to eat it at the table. So I love y'all. I love America. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you on the next one.